So, I just did like probably half of the video, and then I realized that I was in full screen instead of borderless, so it didn't record anything. So we're restarting. Essentially, I was like, "Holy shit! What the fuck? They've got a Poppy support. This is weird." And then I was like, "Oh, good job. Uh, you got a perfect wave, and then you got another perfect wave. Well done." And then this is just a shitty version. And then the Poppy goes super hard, and I laughed because I was really confused, and it took you 4 seconds to auto there, so you canceled your autos, and I think you could have killed Poppy right here had you not canceled your autos like that. Moving on from that though, you do a really nice job dueling this Caitlyn. You dodge the Q really well, and obviously Vayne's going to out-trade a Caitlyn at level 2 if you're just standing there autoing each other, because Silver Bolt procs OP. Really nice job getting that double kill. You're farming really well. It's really nice that you went and got your cutlass. This is where you're going to start to see a lot of jungle pressure, and jungle pressure is something that you want to avoid. You mentioned that you want to talk about wave manipulation. I'm a support main, so wave manipulation, like, I typically let my AD carry do it whenever I played like rank 5s, and in solo queue you don't really worry about it that much as a support, but essentially for this game I think that your best move would be to freeze it by your tower or in a neutral spot, because this right here, you're overextended, you get ganked by the Evelynn just shits on you. On this back, I think that your buy was a little bit overly defensive. I like the pink ward, I don't like the green ward. Green ward doesn't do anything against an Evelynn unless you go for a deep ward, which as an AD carry you shouldn't be doing. So unless you use it to ward like River or something, I think it's kind of a wasted ward. That pink from your Annie is in a really bad spot, but whatever. You're farming really well, you're up 21 over this Caitlyn, and Caitlyn's really easy to CS on. So I definitely think that the best thing for you to do right now is just chill out, don't fight, and just farm. The reason for that is you already got ganked once, you're the only lane that's winning, and the gank was successful for the Evelynn, so you can assume that the Evelynn's going to be back. Right on cue, Evelynn's back. I believe you end up getting like a triple here or something. No, you die here. So that was my point exactly, was that there's no point in you overextending or trying to fight, because you can just get CS. You're already up 2 kills. Caitlyn's in a really bad spot. You don't need to be forcing fights or trying to zone super hard. Just because like your support's ahead, your support can zone 1v2 at this point. They have a Poppy, which is pretty useless. This is where you get the triple. You probably could have blocked that. Caitlyn ult saved Annie, but then like you would have died and you wouldn't have got the nice triple. So fuck that Annie, right? You go 5-2. That was a really nice triple. You played it pretty well. This is a really fast video. I'm flying through, because I already saw all of this. Once again, your CS is really good. Your trinket, I like the reactive buy. I think that it's really smart that you picked it up to go against the Evelynn. My only issue with it is that you already have a pink ward, and you can only have one pink ward regardless of what trinket you have. So buying the upgraded pink ward totem thing isn't that big for you. So your team kind of threw your lead. Well, you kind of threw your lead a little bit, but like your team threw the global lead. You're up 40 CS on the Caitlyn, but now she's got 5 kills, which is really unfortunate. They got Dragon and Evelynn 7-2-2. The best way for you to win this game right now is going to be save your condemn to knock the Evelyn away and kite super duper 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 hard and hope that the Nasus never groups. If he groups, he's just going to wither you and you are fucked. That's a really nice row mid. Good rotation. Played that fight pretty well. Good damage on the tower. You probably don't want this at this point, yeah. So, we'll look at why you didn't want that. Essentially, you come in super hard, get the kill, Rambo. And here's why you don't want it. It's gonna be crit, crit, and then auto alt. So essentially the point of that is you got RNG'd, which really blows, but she has an IE, so dueling her without being able to like use your ult just wasn't that good of an idea. Just because she's got the crit and RNGesus can be on her side. I guess it's kind of like a risk to go for that fight, and you just kind of lost in the little gamble there, but I think it was a little too risky. You guys just smoked them right there. That was a really good fight for you. You're going to get this tower, which is going to be super big. Going back to wave manipulation, here what's going to happen is that wave's going to shove, and Poppy's either going to clear it or let it hit tower. Okay, she's going to clear it. So the wave's going to end up like right about here or here. Okay, she left it. So the wave's going to end up like here. Caitlyn, not knowing anything about wave manipulation, is just going to shove the shit out of this up to tower. What she should do is just chill out. She's down like 36 CS at this point. And she might be thinking, well, she's got some kills, but she's still down 1.1k. She doesn't know that, but objectives are really important. Tower, tower, tower. You're up a kill. You're up 36 CS. Like, your lead is mostly from farm and objectives, but obviously your kills are important too. So what she should do is just say, well, sorry guys, I'm gonna chill down here. And the Nasus should be completely okay with that, because he can just farm his Q, which is at 47 a whopping 47 stacks, which is literally awful. Wait, is it 47 or 477? Current. Okay, I'm gonna watch him get one stack. Oh, he died. Damn it.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
477 would be ridiculously high. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's 47. 47 is just really low. Good dragon. You killed Caitlyn. Let's watch that fight again. So you rotate down. She's low health. You get lucky that RNGesus isn't on her side, and you've got a Bork and a PD. At this point, you can duel anyone on their team, I'd say. The only one that might give you trouble would be, it depends on, I'm not sure about the Nasus. The Nasus might, but the Evelyn probably would be a little difficult, just because she's so fed. Anyways, let's look at her stacks. 48. 489 damage. What the hell? There's no way he has that many stacks. 3. Oh wait. No, that would mean he's got 100. Okay. Yeah, he might. In that case, he's gonna be kind of scary. Wait, no. I'm sorry, that puts him at like 160 stacks or something, which, I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not great for 23 minutes, so nothing to really worry about there. His damage confused me. Um, Probably shouldn't have gone in there. I'd imagine Shyvana did something kind of cheeky. No, Shyvana got killed. Oh, mid. Where? Oh, yeah, Shyvana wasn't related. Your Annie's really low. Your Rengar's really low. I don't know what you were doing there. That was just kind of overextending. A little ballsy. I probably wouldn't advise that. Whatever. Moving on. Nice, very nice. Mechanically, you're pretty good for your elo. I just feel like you make some strange decisions sometimes. Like face checking that bush wasn't the best idea, just because Evelyn's really strong. Um, but like once you learn like stuff like wave manipulation and like, you know, when to and when to not face check bushes, stuff like that. I think you'll be a really strong player. Yeah, I don't know why I shouldn't wasted her ult on you. You should probably just lifesteal off of Gromp. Oh, just kidding, everyone's going for his support. Yeah, you just got wrecked. Oh, look at this! How fancy is that? I think it's pretty cool. I don't really know what that thing means. What's that? What's that? She's dead? She must have been dead. Is he dead? What the hell does the A mean? Or not the A, the... Okay, anyways. Oh, does it mean they're fighting? No, I literally have no idea what the A means. Fucking A, not the A, the sword. Let's watch this again. He focuses Annie. He really shouldn't have withered Annie. Had he withered you, you would have died. You canceled your auto there, so you should be dead now, but you have to tumble in to get him. It's a little problem. Like, had there been more people, that would have been a bigger deal. You can probably kite this out. Oh no. Yeah, no, don't do that. So think about it like this. You're kiting the Gragas really well. Poppy's ult is about to wear off. You go super hard for this Gragas, and luckily you crit twice, and you're able to finish him. But had you just sort of kited that Poppy, or just ran from the Poppy until her ult wore off, you probably could have killed Poppy, and you would have gone 1 for 0 instead of 1 for 1. You may have even gotten Gragas too if he made the mistake of like turning. So that was a little bit of like over aggression. Okay, so I see a good example in bot wave. Bot wave is supering right now. What that means is your wave is a lot bigger than their wave, and waves super when, for example, if the waves meet here, right? Like if there's a full wave from blue team and a full wave from red team, and they meet here, it's going to super and push towards them, and that's because your second minion wave is going to get to it before their second minion wave. So you're going to have more minions attacking their minions, and then you're going to have like a big gang of minions, like a super wave, which is this. Like you've got a super wave here against their normal wave, and you've got a lot more DPS, especially because you have a lot of casters in a super wave, since they don't get focused by melee minions. Or they don't get focused, the melee minions do. So, your cannon might even survive this wave. If your cannon survives this wave, uh, it's gonna like super, um, because then you'll have a cannon in an upcoming wave. Oh, it doesn't look like it's gonna make it. Um, but see, this wave supering, and I bet, okay, well, Rengar's gonna just shove it out, which kind of fucks it up. But I bet if we go back, we will find a spot where, yep, see, full minion wave against a full minion wave. Uh, this full minion wave has a cannon, and that's because, uh, so, a new wave comes out every 30 seconds, right? This is your cannon wave. It's halfway down the lane. This is going to be their cannon wave. It's in the same spot, but, you know, the wave's pushed to here. Um, so essentially, this cannon wave was made at the same time as this cannon wave. They both spawned at the same time, but since the wave was pushed up already, your cannon wave is going to beat their regular wave. And then what that's going to do is your cannon wave is going to win this, and your cannon wave is also going to get back up. So this is a pretty good super. Um, so this cannon wave is probably going to get back up uh, either at the same time as the other wave gets here or just before. So see, if the wave didn't push up, they would have arrived at the same time. But since this wave pushed uh, the blue wave down faster, they pushed a little bit. But it's still supered because you had a melee, 3 casters, and a cannon left over from the first wave, and a full second wave versus 1 cannon wave. So that like supers up this wave, and you can do this by yourself. You can intentionally super a wave, which is really good for like if you don't want to push a lane out, but um, you want it to snowball so it can push, right? Like if you want a big wave to crash into a tower. So like say if you're grouping as 5 mid or something, you can super both of the side waves, and then 5-man push mid, so they have to send somebody to get the sides, or they're going to take a lot of damage on them. So the easiest scenario for a super wave is going to be a neutral wave, like if it meets in the middle. Um, and then the way to super it is going to be you just take 1 minion. Uh, Sometimes it doesn't super properly because 1 minion isn't uh, as important as like if they focus properly. So you'll see a lot of times in the LCS if they do like a lane swap or something, like the blue team's AD carry would like come to here and like drag the minions together and then let them attack the wave, and what that does is it like shoves the wave faster, even though the AD carry isn't autoing because they're all focusing the same minion. So you can run into a similar scenario by accident if you try and super a wave, because like, you know, if you attack a minion or something, they can all aggro you and then re-aggro on the same minion. Like they can all focus 1 minion down instead of just like fighting randomly. Uh, so typically, if you want to super a neutral wave, you'll get rid of like a caster minion or 2. Um, and then what that'll do is um, the waves will sort of fight it out, and gradually over time you'll build up a lead, which is the best because then at a larger point you'll hit your tipping point. So like if you have 5 minions versus 6 minions, the 6 minions is going to win, but they're going to win slowly, right? So they're going to fight it out, and then 1 minion's going to live. So then in this same-ish spot, it's going to be like 6 minions versus 7 minions, and then the 7's going to win. And then, you know, say you have like 2 or 3 minions left. So then it comes again, and you have 6 versus, we'll say, 9 minions. And then 9 minions wins again, but again, it's not by a super big amount. And the best part of this is every 3 waves you're getting a cannon. So, your cannons are gonna build up, and you're gonna gradually get like 3 or 4 more minions, um, and essentially what it does is it gives you a really big super wave. That's how sometimes you'll see like 3 or 4 cannons in a wave. It's because it got supered like really well, intentionally or not. Um, so that's a little bit about wave manipulation. That's like supering a wave, which is what you want to do if you're trying to group up. That was a bit of a tangent, but I think I'm gonna do a seminar about like wave manipulation now. So thank you for the inspiration to do a specific seminar. Build wise, I'm not particularly fond of getting GA this early. I think it's fine just because they have like a lot of assassination threats on you, like the Evelyn and the Nasus, um, and the Poppy randomly. Like all of those champions can be kind of a pain, and if you get bursted down, it's nice to have that GA to come back up and still participate in the fight. But typically I wouldn't get. I believe you got your defensive before your last whisper. I might be wrong, but typically I wouldn't do that. If you didn't do that, you're fine. Your build order's correct, but I don't know. Like when I AD carry, I don't build defensives just because fuck defensives. it's a pain in the arse to not have extra damage. Like I like to have. If I were you, I'd have like an extra Phantom Dancer right now and crit every auto attack instead of having a second life. Uh-oh. And this is one of the reasons why GA kind of stinks, because so your team goes for a dive, somehow your Annie's level 1, your team goes for a dive, and oh, somehow you're level 1 too. Good job. You're kiting, Grag Assault. Well, you're dead. Probably shouldn't have even blown Flash, honestly. But I get you want to try and fight it out. You're dead, and your GA just went to waste, right? So, if I were you, this game's probably going to be over soon. I'd sell the GA. Let's see, how much more do you have? Probably not much else that you could buy. I'd sell the GA and get like a Zeal or a Crit Cloak, whatever that's called. Cloak of Agility, I think. I don't know how much a GA sells for, but if you could get a PD, that would be ideal. And the reason I say that is because, like, see, you died, and your GA wasn't up again, so having it with you wasn't that impactful. I mean, obviously you get the armor and magic resist, but not too much. Like, you'd be better off just selling it and getting a ZZ Rot portal and split pushing, because you get more armor and magic resist from a ZZ Rot portal than you do a GA. So let's see. You get focused by the Evelyn, which is kind of what we anticipated. Right now, you want to go back into that fight? Don't. Definitely don't. You should be kiting that big Krug. Okay, using the pink to life steal's not bad, but you should be kiting the big Krug. Yeah, see, Gragas just ulted you and you don't have anything left. Probably shouldn't have gotten in melee range of Nasus, because he could just dunk your face. Do you guys lose? Oh no. Backdoored. Okay, in that case it's fine that you just like died like that, but whatever. typically, that game's not the best, or like you're not gonna want to like. I don't particularly like a GA, is what I'm trying to say. Um, so I think you were a little bit too aggressive, especially against an Evelyn jungle. She's like a Shaco, like one of those annoying, in-your-face junglers. It's just a real pain, even though they're not that strong. But if you let them get strong, they get really annoying. Um, so once you got your double kill, I think you should have sort of chilled out, um, just out farm the Caitlyn like you were doing already, and taking a free win. But you overextended a little bit. You didn't manipulate the wave very well. You should have let it push to you and frozen it outside of your tower. Uh, Moving on from there, mechanically, I think your Vayne's pretty strong, for a silver. Um, I mean, like you're not a master's Vayne or anything, but you're definitely mechanically pretty good at Vayne, compared to what I see most of the time. I would advise, um, maybe working on your positioning, because again, like, there was a time where you flashed for the Gragas and ended up dying to Poppy, when I think you might have been able to live and get the Poppy instead of Gragas. Um, so like just little things like that, like, you have to sort of think about a situation after it happens, because you're not going to have a replay analysis for every game. So it's important to, after you die, think like, well, how could I have played that better? Or if you get like a double kill when there were three people low, or like when you could have gotten a triple, potentially think about how you could have played it differently to get that triple. It's really important to be like critical of what you do, because by doing that, you're able to improve on how you think in game. So I think that's about it. I'm gonna upload this video now. Also, um, I'm recording this at 2:46 a.m. So my first attempt was a black screen for probably 15 minutes. That's why this one was kind of quicker, because I'd seen the first like 30 minutes of the game. But yeah.